Welp. I struck gold. This is the mother load. Check this out. This is crazy. Yes, I know they're all mainly Sonics, but these last two, these are the real deal. Hey guys, what's up? I'm TitoTheOG, back with another Jakks Pacific Sonic the Hedgehog unboxing video. Today we have the Wave 16 action figures. Now Wave 16 was kind of a different situation than all the past waves. Like the past one with like Mephiles and Supersonic and all that, they were all kind of available on Amazon to purchase right then and there. But these guys, they didn't really work that way. This wave contains Heavy King, Classic Knuckles, Modern Sonic, and Metal Sonic 3.0. And for some reason, the only characters that went live on Amazon was Modern Sonic and Classic Knuckles, and they went up shortly after the previous wave with Mephiles and all that, like really soon afterwards. Everyone was expecting Metal Sonic 3.0 to go live, even though his listing was there, he never went live. And Heavy King still doesn't have a listing on Amazon. So it's a little situation. They were showing up in Target stores here in the US at least, and people in the UK were even finding them at like Smith's and such. I personally wasn't able to find them, but two of my amazing followers on Instagram were able to find one of each character for me and supply them for this video. So here we have Heavy King and Metal Sonic 3.0, and a huge thanks to my follower Vince and Marvin for supplying these guys. If it wasn't for them, I probably wouldn't have my hands on them right now, but I'm so glad and so grateful that I have a community looking out for me when I'm in need. But I also want to shout out one more person. One day I woke up and I was greeted with this weird letter that I had no clue where the heck it came from. I turned it around and it had the Sonic Adventure 2 pictures glued onto it, and I was like, what the heck? I was like, I didn't order anything. Like, I was so confused. And then here's my address. Just kidding. That's no. Anyways, so I opened it up out of pure curiosity, and I didn't recognize the name on there either. So I opened it and then I took it out, and there was a note in it. And the note reads, "Hey Tito, big fan of your work. I made these tags inspired by the UFO catching Sonic plushies, and even one of the Sonic 06 unreleased plush. I hope you like these, and they are just prototypes. Anyways, keep doing what you're doing, Jordan." So one of my followers very so graciously sent me these cool little custom plush tags that they made inspired by the actual UFO catching catching plushie machines. And it's pretty cool. Let me take them out of here. Here they are. So you see, first we have the Sonic Adventure, and then we have the Sonic Adventure 2 plush tag, and then we have the unreleased Sonic 06 one he mentioned, and then we have Sonic the Fighters, I believe. Yeah, Sonic the Fighters. And I believe this is, I think this is just your standard Sonic plush tag, but judging by the picture on the front, it's probably from around like 2008, 2009-ish or so. But yeah, these are actually really neat. I don't collect plushies myself personally, especially like rare Sonic plushies. I know those go for a lot online. They're kind of just like a cool little novelty item, and it's cool. It's like, what's even cooler is all the detailing he put into on the back. He even put like all like the warnings and stuff like that for every single tag, and he grabbed image of them from the actual like real tags. So I think this is a really cool item, even like for people who collect the plushies and, for example, like maybe didn't get the tags. This is like a little like repurposed, like homemade version. And what's even cooler is he even included the little chain, the chain links for each one to put on there. It was a really thoughtful thing, and it means a lot to me because you know, I enjoy doing this content and making everything for everyone. So, you know, it makes me happy to see that people enjoy it as much as I do. Anyways, now to get to what we're here for. All right, now here we are with Heavy King and Metal Sonic 3.0. And these guys look really cool in the box. I was really skeptical about Heavy King because of his like promotional images that we were seeing before he released. A lot of people were really nervous about it, but I mean, he really doesn't look as bad as I was imagining. In person, I was seeing a lot of pics of him like online, and he doesn't look too bad. There are some gripes I have with him though that I will get into as soon as I unbox him. But let's get to Metal Sonic 3.0, and here you can see the little sticky that Vince put on there. A little drawing of Metal 3.0, and you know, it was really cool. Thanks a lot, man. All right, here is Metal Sonic 3.0 from Sonic Rivals, and this is a very surprising character that, you know, I was surprised enough with Mephiles as it is, but a character from Sonic Rivals, that's even crazier. I mean, I guess it makes sense. It's just a simple repaint of Metal Sonic. It's the same mold and everything, so I mean, I guess it's easy to just paint him and all right, send out a new figure. It's still kind of cool though, seeing that they're referencing these older characters. It makes me really wonder what other characters they could maybe repaint to Shadow and make a Mephiles' base form. I don't know, there are so many different things that they could do. I mean, considering they're deep cutting this much into spin-off games, you know, I mean, what if we get like some storybook figures? Who knows? Let's turn this guy around. And here's the back. It shows the other characters from the wave, and his little description says, identical to Metal Sonic, but with a fresh paint job. Metal Sonic 3.0 is one of the most powerful robots in the world. It's kind of surreal to see this figure nowadays, because back in the Jazzwares days, before they lost the license, they were actually had a prototype, I'll put the image here, of Metal Sonic 3.0 that they were going to make with the with their Metal Sonic mold. And, you know, it fell through because they lost the license, and it eventually ended up going up to Tomy. But, I mean, it's kind of cool seeing that Jakks is picking that up and, you know, actually making their own version of it. Now, let's just get into ripping them open. God, sometimes these guys are, like, really hard to get out of the box. I'm always scared of breaking something. Alright, here he is out of the box. Metal Sonic with his fresh new paint. Oh, I dropped that. It's just a red star ring. It's not like it's anything unique. I'm getting kind of tired of these accessories. Like, come on, I'm sure we have plenty of these things. Give us something cool, like Jazzwares would give us like the crates from Sonic 06. They would give us like Badniks as accessories. It was pretty cool back then. Anyways, we're not here to dwell on the past. Here he is, and you could already guess he has the same joint problems as Metal Sonic, where his arms, elbows are like molded on in different directions rather than being on a ball joint. Because I mean, I don't know, being on a ball joint would make too much sense and would make the figure too good. I don't know why they do this with the arm. Like, why have it bend outwards? It looks weird. Give him two forward arms at least or something. Put a ball joint on it. They did ball joints with like they gave proper elbows to Rouge. They gave proper elbows to who else? I don't know, I'm blanking right now. But yeah, this mold, this Metal Sonic mold is kind of disappointing because he is such a cool character, and you know, you want him to be super like poseable and articulated, but he's just kind of very limited in his movements. He does look really cool though. It's not that I really like play with my figures or do anything like that. I like to pose them on my display shelf in different ways. But you know, it's fine. The black really looks good on this figure though. Like, it looks amazing. Imagine if we got like a Jakks Gold version of this guy with metallic looking paint jobs, and you know, maybe next time make the actual gray part silver instead of gray like the Jakks Gold Metal Sonic. He just looks really good. I really can't stress that enough. All the like the black details they did on his fingers, and even these little stripes they added on his arms that weren't present on the standard Metal Sonic. Let me grab him. All right, here is the Jakks Gold Metal Sonic right next to Metal Sonic 3.0. And I mean, just kidding guys. This is the custom Sonic Adventure 2 / Sonic Heroes head I made for him. Let me swap that. All right, there he is. I did give him a custom silver paint job just because, you know, it makes the figure. But I mean, this one looks so good. And imagine if this one was gloss and like metallic like this guy, he would really shine. I mean, I'm sure someone's gonna get like a second one and make a custom of it, and I really cannot wait to see that. But yeah, I just feel like he's missing something, and it's probably just the paint job, because the standard Metal Sonic he doesn't look as cool as, you know, he should. Now let's get some cool poses attempted with this guy. Let me see. Yeah, he looks awesome. All right, on to Heavy King. All right, here is Heavy King, and a huge thanks to Marvin on Instagram for sending me this guy. Let's turn this guy around. Here on the back, I'm just looking at these images of him. Really grinds my gears. Anyways, the leader of the hard-boiled heavies, Heavy King walks tall and carries a big scepter. So there's a lot to digest here. This image of Heavy King looks awesome. The metallic silver, the gold, and there are a lot of more painted details than the front. Like, it's just like, let me just add like a reverb fart noise sound effect when I turn that around. Let me replay that. Now I know, this is a $10 figure and it's more affordable. But I mean, look at $10 figures back then, you know, the Jazzwares Metal Sonic, for example. Jazzwares Metal Sonic was completely metallic and he looked so awesome, arguably better than the 4-inch Jakks figure. But I'm not getting into that right now. It's just kind of like, I don't know. I really don't know what went wrong. I don't know if the budget was too much to do the metallic and all the extra details. But it's kind of upsetting because, you know, this is what we could have had. But we got this. Anyways, let's just rip them open. This scepter looks really cool though. I love the the ball, the translucent looking ball at the top. Oh, there we go. All right, here's Heavy King out of the box, and I mean, he's not a bad looking figure. There are just some, you know, gripes, like seeing the prototype one and seeing this. Like, let's put it side by side. So the prototype one, let me fold this. I'm sorry, card collectors, but I'm doing this for the sake of comparing. I throw them away too. So I mean, you could see right off the bat, the main thing. Look at the eyes. His eyes are little tiny baby eyes, like little mini M&Ms. This guy's got the Chad Skittle eyes. They're big, they're giant, they're menacing. This makes him look goofy. This makes him look cool and mean. And then also that just like yellow mustard, honey mustard looking chest plate, and then the Chad golden plated chest, and then the silver metallic. I can go on, but the main thing are his buttons. Look, he's got little buttons here. They're completely like non-existent on this guy. That's like a staple of Eggman's henchmen. You know, look, Eggman's got these two little buttons here, you know, and then the first Robo we got was the Egg Robo, and he's got the buttons, you know, they're a staple. And then we got Heavy Gunner, and look at that, he's got the buttons. This guy does not have no buttons. Like, come on, man, what the heck? That's like such a, like they did it. They modeled them on there, and they just didn't do it. I don't know. I'm getting ahead of myself. But yeah, I can just keep going on about how he could have looked. You could see like the little gold ring accents on his elbows and his knees. They're just silver, you know. Here he is with the scepter in hand, and his arm articulation is pretty good. You could already guess his shoulder plate gets in the way of that, so he can only move his arms up this much, and he can't, you know, move, like, he can move them pretty decently forward, but when you try and do the full 360, it gets, you know, stopped by his shoulder pads. Not that much of an issue. His elbows that can actually swivel full 360 degrees, and his hands as well. So that's good because you can move his arms in whatever direction you want. So that's pretty decent. Pretty good articulation on the arms. His head can rotate in full 360s. They kind of got the cape cut off so they can do that, which is okay. I don't mind that. What else? His legs like do not move forwards or backwards much, like barely anything, just because of the way his body is made. It just doesn't allow for that kind of movement, but you can move his legs outwards if that's what you want to do. That is an option, and he doesn't have those little swivels like he does on his elbows, so you could just move his legs forwards and backwards. And his ankles, you know, you could just swivel them side to side. There's no other articulation to those. I mean, overall, he's a welcome addition just because I collect all the classic figures. A lot of missed potential. He could have been really cool. He's also really, really short. Heavy King is supposed to be towering. Like, if you see him in the intro of Sonic Mania, he is Gigantamasaurus, especially next to Heavy Gunner. Like, Heavy Gunner looks bigger than this guy. Heavy Gunner looks like this guy's boss. And like, look at the eyes on Heavy Gunner. Oh, I bumped the camera. His eyes are big and cool looking. His eyes are tiny. Okay, I gotta stop. I can keep going on. Here they are next to the Egg Robo. Egg Robo looks really good. And here they are next to Eggman, which doesn't really scale. Like, why is Heavy King shorter than Eggman? Look at that. He's supposed... No, okay. I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop myself. I am going to stop myself. It is okay. I love the figure, regardless. But Jakks, please, if you're watching, I don't think any of us would mind waiting a few extra months to get a better, solid quality product. You know, if that's really the reason why was because of, I guess maybe it was too expensive. You know, I mean, it did also release really soon after the previous wave. I don't know if that has anything to do with it. It's just, I feel like this guy was kind of half-baked and they just kind of released him. But I will say he does, I like that he has the silver. Look, oh, okay, I'm about to go off again. He has the silver plastic. Give this plastic to Metal Sonic. Why doesn't Metal Sonic, sorry, he doesn't have a head. I don't remember where I put his head. But give that plastic to this guy. I think they could do so much more with this line and give it so much more care. And I'm sure everyone would really appreciate it and it'd get a lot more recognition if these were like amazing quality figures. That's just me though. But that was all for this unboxing video of the Wave 16 action figures. I did do unboxing videos of these two guys, the Modern Sonic and the Classic Knuckles, in my Classic Collection Knuckles unboxing video. Go check that out up in the top. Honestly, it's a pretty good wave. We got, I mean, pretty much 3 new characters and then a re-release of Sonic, which is an amazing version of Sonic. Definitely pick him up. He is more sturdy compared to the old ones. It's a pretty good, you know, a pretty good lineup. I'm excited to see the future of the waves because, I mean, I feel like they're just getting more and more promising with characters. You know, we got a really deep cut, 2 new classic characters. I really want Classic Amy and we got Classic Tails, but I want Classic Amy and the rest of the classic cast, even a Metal Sonic. But yeah, let me know what you guys think of this wave, and are you guys picking up any of these characters? Let me know. Thank you so much for watching. I'm TitoTheOG, and I will see you guys next time.